Hello crafty friends, it's Erica, Scrapdivatwentynine. Welcome back to my channel. I am coming on today with a project share. I have used several of the dies that I picked up off of AliExpress, and so I wanted to show you how I use them. I had been wanting to make a mini album for my cousin. Way overdue. Her baby is now 6 months old. But better late than never. So I wanted to make a mini. And I had some ideas with some of the new dies that I just recently picked up. So I'm going to jump right on in. I'm going to start by sharing the album, and then I'll just share the dies as I go. The construction of this mini album was inspired by Nicole. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but I'll link her channel down below. She is a designer. She designs dies for many of the sellers on AliExpress, and she designed several of the dies that I'm using in today's project. And she had a kind of like a mini tutorial on how to create this little mini album using some of the dies that she actually designed. So I was so inspired that I wanted to try it, of course, and I love making mini albums. It's one of my favorite things to do as far as crafting. So that's where the inspiration came from. So let me just show you. I used this particular die set, which came from Alina's store. Love this die set right here. It's a nested die. And on the front of the cover, as you can see, I use this star doily that I just recently shared with you guys. Let me show you what it looks like. It looks like this, and this is the smaller star doily, and it does come with a larger one, but I used the smaller one on this project. I have my handy dandy Victor ruler that has all the measurements, so I can measure my mini album for you and give you an exact. It's 5 inches. 5 inches long, and it is 4 inches in length as far as from the spine. And I made my spine 1.5 inches, in case you're wondering. And you can make your spine or your book as wide or as thin as you want. I chose to make mine a little bit wider because I knew that I was going to use embellishments and decorate the pages, and I wanted to be able to have enough room to do that in between, also like the little gussets and stuff. So that is what I went with. So as you can see, I made a shaker out of the doily, the star doily. The paper collection that I used is actually from Hobby Lobby. It's the Paper Studios brand, and they are in the paper kit section where they sell paper. I picked this up a while back and got it for 50% off, so it was like $4.50 for the whole little kit. And the kit comes with like the heart enamel dots and some of these fun little cutouts and some stickers. And that's what I used along with some of the dies in my little mini album. This little word set, it says Simply Blessed. This is a die from my stash. And then I use these really pretty flowers that were gifted to me from a subby. And I did use a little bit of cheesecloth behind the rabbit just to give it a little bit of texture. These little heart enamel dots came with the paper collection. The seam binding was gifted to me from my friend Christine, Shabby Pink House. Hey girl. And on the spine, I did use a bow embossing folder. It is by Becky Higgins, and my friend Susan Laverty had just recently gifted me this embossing folder, but I actually did have it in my stash. Hi Susan, if you're watching. So I will be re-gifting this bow embossing folder, but it's super cute, and it just reminded me to use it on this baby album because it's so tiny and precious. And then on the back of my album, I did use this die set right here. And as you can see, it's like a wonky rectangle heart frame. And then I stamped handcrafted. And this is a stamp set that I picked up in the KS Craft store. This die set right here, this is what I use. It comes with this piece and then a layering piece. And there's a larger one, and then there's also a smaller one. The smaller one is the one that I used for this particular album. And then I just signed my name because I'm giving it to my cousin, and she'll know it's from me. And I just put 2019. All right, so let's get to the inside of my my mini album. So I have the first page. It looks like this. And as you can see, I did create a little pocket. I used a really pretty border die that I have in my stash. And this sticker says "You Are Loved," came with the paper collection. I do apologize. I can't remember where I got this die set from. It might have been the KS Craft store, but I'm not 100% sure. And then this star border set, I did pick up off the KS Craft store. So I did use this a few times in the album, and then I used this one a couple of times in the album as well. And it's really pretty because it has like a little tiny like wonky heart that cuts out of this little doily. It's super pretty. I'll just zoom in a little bit closer so you can see what I'm talking about. Isn't that pretty? It's gorgeous, and then it has the really pretty detailed stitching on the die. So I really, really love that die set. All right, moving along, this is the first page, and it says "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star." I used to cut apart from the paper collection, and then this die right here, it looks like this, and this was a lot of fun. I die cut it out, and then I used a circle die from a nesting set to cut it out completely, because this actually just cuts into the page. It doesn't cut out by itself, if that makes sense. So I went back and took a circle and cut it out so that I could use it on the page. And I just popped a little ephemera piece on it, and you've got a cute little decorative page. All right, moving to the next page. This looks, it looks like this. All of the pages have like a stitched square where you can insert a photo. And then I just used some of the stickers from the paper collection and that little star border that I just shared. I just popped it on the top and put the little sticker that came with the collection. The next page looks like this. I used that really cute little bear. This heart doily nested set is super pretty. Let me see where that is. It looks like this, and I did use the smaller and the bigger one for this particular page. And then I had some cloud dies that are stitched that are in my stash, and I used the little heart enamel dots that came with the paper collection. And this little cut apart came with the collection. It's just a little cute little bear, and I added a little bow, and it's all popped up on foam, so it does have a little bit of dimension to the page. So super, super cute. And then moving along, this is the next page, and this is, again, is a sticker from the collection, and I just popped on an enamel heart. It says "A Little Thing Called Love." And then my cousin can slide her picture behind this. It's not glued all the way down, so she can, you know, have space to insert the picture. And moving along to this super cute page, I used several dies in this one. Again, starting with this little cut apart, he came from the collection. I used a nested oval stitch set that I have in my stash. Behind the oval set, I have this die right here. And that die looks like this. And I just put it underneath the oval dies. I just thought it was really pretty for layering. So that's what I did. And then this little heart, it came from the little tag. And let's see, the tag, I don't know if I brought the tag down. Okay, I didn't bring the tag down, but there is a tag die that I have, and it has these cute little hearts. And all I did was just cut a little piece off of it and just added it for a little added touch. And then I used a stitched heart from my stash and then popped on an enamel dot. And then I did add some little pom-pom trim, and I thought that was cute for that page right there. Adorable, right? Moving along, this is the back of that page, and again, using a sticker from the paper collection. The stitch square for the picture. She can insert her picture underneath this. I have pop dots on the bottom and on the top so she can slide the photo in with no problem. Really, really cute. And then this page over here, it looks like this. As you can see, I used that star border die, this die right here, to create my star rosette. I knew when I saw that I wanted to try to make a rosette with it, And so that's what it looks like. I'll zoom in just a little bit so you can see how cute that little rosette is. And it says, "Hello, little one." Again, I used some cheesecloth and some stitched hearts. And then, excuse me, I have this really pretty seam binding that was gifted to me from my friend Christine. Excuse me. So that's how this page came out. Absolutely adorable. And then the next page looks like this. And again, you see how I just kind of went with the same theme. I used the same rectangle die. Again, used a sticker from the paper collection. It is popped up on foam dots, but only on the bottom, so she can insert her picture in with no problem. And then you got this cute little sticker on the top just as a decorative element on the page. And then this next page looks like this, and I think it came out absolutely adorable. Again, using a cut apart from the paper collection, I used a stitched scallop doily die, and then in between this small and the larger one, I used that really pretty wonky flower doily die. And that doily die looks like this, and it's so cute. I love this doily die. It's so pretty. And so you see it's just peeking out in white, and I'll just get a little bit closer so you can see what I'm talking about. It's just slightly peeking out behind the smaller scallop doily. Really, really pretty. And then moving along, this is the next page right here. And that little sticker says, "I love you." Again, I have it on puffy dots, and she can slide her picture down with no problem. And then this is the very last page, and again, I just made another pocket using that really pretty doily die or border die right here. Again, it looks like this, and I'm gonna try to figure out where I picked it up from. I can't, I'm not sure. And then I used that really pretty heart tag in the back, so she can do journaling and stick a picture on the back of that if she wants. And that is it. Super, super cute, right? It's just simple. You guys can do this. You can make one of these. It doesn't take very long. And then there you can see on the very back, I used that heart die, which I already shared, and it just says handcrafted. And I love it. So that is my little mini album. I hope this gave you guys some inspiration today. Of course, leave me a comment. Check the description box below for product information. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye for now.